So, when I went to high school many months ago, I had two ambitions. One was to get a job when I graduated, and the other one was to become wise, so I studied philosophy, but this goal didn't go so well. So, while I was studying, I came across the ultimate question of philosophy. What is the meaning of life? Usually, we tend to refer to this meaning as to achieving our inner peace, success, influence, love. But first we should ask, what is the meaning of meaning in this question? Sometimes, the meaning of something is what it refers to something beyond itself. Now, for example, we recognize things in the world as being imperfect copies of the concepts in our minds. Now, thinking of meaning this way, we would say that the meaning of each of our lives is whatever our individual lives refer to. But what would this be? One might say that the meaning of life is God, or that the meaning of life is other people. But I must say that life doesn't refer to anything at all. It just is. Now, for example, if we'd ask what is the meaning of Spanish, this would be nonsense. So, too, we might say that asking for the meaning of life as a whole is nonsense. Now, let's take a look at Eastern philosophy, the yin yang stuff. This whole attitude is like, hey, there's some white in the black and some black in the white, making us realize there are good things mixed with bad things in life, which is good, and the peanut butter and the chocolate, that could be good too. Now, this leads to another big word, existentialism. And my favorite existentialist was a man named Camus. Now, the existentialist basically says that everything depends on you. That if you want to figure out the meaning of life, you're forced to recognize it's a wrong question to ask, because there is no singular meaning. Again, we're all different. Now, the ironic thing is that Socrates thought that the first step to wisdom is admitting you don't know nearly as much as you think you do. This means that if someone wanted to become wise, they should start thinking more about what they know and how they know it. And the way they become wise is recognized by the fallacies in their thinking. At first sight, philosophy might seem crammed of all these things that do not seem to reflect the essential, because the word itself is love of wisdom. How many of you love wisdom? You do, good. Now, most of the theories in philosophy focus on isms and analogies and pedagogies, and it also implies very little love, making it critical and cold, which is not what I went to study philosophy for. And I found out that instead of focusing on these things, what I really wanted to do was learning what people actually did. And I think you should know that the people who came up with these great ideas, the geniuses, hadn't necessarily had happy lives. Whatever wisdom they had, whatever influence, this fact doesn't mean they were happy. Obviously, in real life, you cannot follow all the literature and all the stuff the geniuses put together. So this means that if you want to reject these complicated theories, if you want to throw the stuff away, it's okay. A much more useful way to make things clear is taking simple questions from ordinary life. Things like the question, are you a half glass full person or half glass empty person? Well, think about it. Now, I remember what a good friend used to tell me a few weeks ago. He told me that it doesn't matter how you see things, because life is about perception anyway. What really matters at the end of the day is that you have a glass and it has something in it. So you should cherish every moment of your life, no matter what. Now, along my endless journey of becoming wise, I found out that imagination is stronger than knowledge, that love is stronger than death, that laughter is the only cure for grief, and that what everybody feels right in this moment is much more important for them than the entire world's history. Now, although I didn't become a genius overnight and I failed an exam which I wasn't even going to be graded for, what really separates achievers from others is the way they rise after they fall. So here I am. No, I'm just... Now, all you need to do is go back in the world, experience different things, discover which you connect with and which you don't, because everything you know is gained from experience. You're the only one who can arrange his own life in order to derive the highest degree of pleasure and success. Truth resides in the world around us. Believe in life. Believe in yourselves. Now let me finish with this poem from William Blake. I really think it focuses all the important things life is about. To see the world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. Thank you for listening. Very good.